What's up, my brothers? I just finished watching Squid Game. Fantastic show, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. It is Korean based. Almost all of the characters are Korean. It's a fantastic show. The only thing I don't like about it is that it looks like they're headed for a second season. They could have just ended this series in 9 episodes. They could have just done that, but it looks like they're going to turn into a cash grab, and they're going to ruin it just like all the other shows. It is what it is. But I digress. While watching the show, I was reminded that I do not find a lot of East Asians attractive. I don't find the East Asian phenotype attractive. Koreans, Chinese, Japanese, I just don't find them attractive at all. Now, there are a handful of women here and there where I'm just like, damn, she's beautiful. But for the most part, the average Asian, I just don't find them attractive. And while coming to this realization, it also reminded me, well, this is how white women, Asian women, other women of other ethnic backgrounds see me as a black man. They're just not attracted to my phenotype. And when I was younger, I used to scream, bitch, and moan. And I used to say things like, oh, they're racist. There's so much racism in the dating market and all this yada, yada, yada. It's not racism, per se. It's they're not attracted to my phenotype. They don't mean me any harm. They're not trying to cause any stress or strife. They're just not attracted to my phenotype. And once you learn that and you take it in, you're not upset about it anymore because people have their preferences, and that's okay. I see a litany of black men who are mad at the world because no one finds them attractive. But the thing is, brothers, especially my black brothers, of course, all races of women lean towards the white man because he's in power. But the thing is, brothers, you're not going to really find it, unless you're lucky, you're not going to really find anything outside of your own ethnic background. And the thing is, most of the love that you receive are going to come from women in your own race. A lot of black men don't want to hear that because a lot of black men, they deem black women undesirable. The thing is, most of the compliments, most of the love that you're going to receive is going to be from black women. That's the thing. You're you're playing the game on veteran difficulty when all you look for is women outside of your race. When all you look for are white women or Asian women. When that's all you look for, you're playing the game on veteran difficulty. You really are. Because most of them will not find you attractive. They won't. And you have to accept that. It's not racism. It's not any of that. It's their preference. Now, there are some white women, there are some Asian women who have a preference for you. They may have a little quote-unquote jungle fever or whatever. They may have a thing for the BBC. But they are few and far in between. It's not that many of them. For the most part, 80 to 85% of women would prefer to date within their own race, or they'll go for a white guy. They're not going to go for ethnics. They're not going to go for curries, for blacks, for Arabs, for Asians, for East Asians. They're not going to go for that. They're not. They'll either go for a white guy because he's the face of power, or they'll go for men within their own race. That's it. And you can't get upset about that. That's one thing you just have to learn and accept. It's like me. How I can come to the conclusion that I don't find most East Asian women attractive. I can come to that conclusion. So how come I can't make that same conclusion for them? An East Asian woman or a white woman. How come I couldn't make that same conclusion for them? They probably look at me and they think the same thing. He has the typical black phenotype. He has a thicker nose, thicker lips, rougher skin, darker skin. When they see me, they're like, no, just not my type. I should be okay with that. And I am okay with that. And that's one thing a lot of brothers in the black pill community have to be okay with too. Because I see so many black incel, True Force loner or doomer channels that complain about Asian women not wanting them or other ethnic backgrounds not wanting them. Like, why are you complaining about that? You have your racial preferences. Why can't they have that? And the thing is, you should know by now that the best luck you'll have is trying to get with women of your own race. You should know that by now. You shouldn't be crying racism because other ethnicities don't want you. You know, we got to get a grip on that, the black pill community. There's so many of us who complain about women not wanting ethnics. We shouldn't be complaining about that. Get in where you fit in. And if you don't like it, just get out of the way. Or rope. You could totally do that. Because at the end of the day, no one wants to hear you complain. So you either get out of the way or rope. But I'm seeing way too much of this. Like, stop it. You're not going to force women of other backgrounds. You're not going to convince them to like you. They either like you or they don't. And most of them don't. And you should be okay with that. It's all right. That's one thing we have to get a grip on. All right, brothers. I'll talk to you later. Peace.